Good evening everyone, welcome back to the kitchen table. This evening on the kitchen table I'm going to do another product review, and it's going to be another one of these boys, I'm afraid. Another Nano quad. I'm slightly getting addicted to these, I think, but at least they're cheaper than the Phantom size. As is traditional on this channel though, I just need to advise you of my beverage of choice this evening. It is some Monos Locos Valle Central from Chile. It's a Merlot from 2013 and it's very fruity, so cheers. Yum yum yum. So those of you who've been what is that? Oh, I hope it's not something off my Hubsan. Bless. Those of you who've been subscribers to the channel for a while or watched a few of the videos will probably know that I started out my journey in quads, all things quaddy, with a Hubsan. An X4. This is the original X4. It's still here, still in one piece, well, apart from all the replaced motors, new props and new shell, but other than that it's the original X4 that I started with, and this got me started in quads. It was messing about with this boy, trying to stick keychain type cameras to the bottom of it and fly out in the garden to get some aerial footage that got me wandering out towards the Phantom and the Vision and things like that. So always have a soft spot for that boy. A few weeks ago, you remember I reviewed something else that I got, which was this tiny, if this is a micro, this is definitely a nano, this little Nano quad here from WL Toys. There's a link to the review for this one over there. Great fun, ridiculously small. It's basically just a flying circuit board, isn't it, really? But it has an unbelievably massive transmitter. I mean, you know, you get the space age kind of PlayStation style one with the Hubsan, but this one's just, it's a monster. Buttons all over the place, most of which that don't do anything, but never mind. So I've received something else in the post from tmart.com, which is my current favourite go-to Chinese wholesale website. I kind of vary between banggood.com and tmart.com, but Tmart have been sort of doing well for me at the moment. And it's this arrived. A Cheerson CX-10 4-channel quad, ages 14 and up. Well, my 7.5-year-old boy has been flying it. Never mind. This is just, I mean, the size thing's getting silly. So this is another Nano quad, and this arrived at my home, delivered to my door for £12 and some pence. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Luckily though, it isn't going on the trend of the smaller the aircraft, the more massive the transmitter, because this one's tiny. I mean, you know, look at it. The X4 is bigger than this one. I mean, if I put my thumbs on it like that, it disappears. I can hold it in one hand. Takes two AAAs in the back and is kind of about as basic as you can get. But that's probably fitting because here is the aircraft it controls. This is the little Cheerson, which is quite cute. It's got a covered shell. It looks a bit like a Phantom. You can see though from this line here, it's still basically the flying circuit board design, but they've made it even smaller. If I kind of, let's try and line them up motor to motor, you'll see, no, it is definitely smaller. I think they take the same size props though. Are they? Yep, pretty much the same props. They've just made the thing even smaller and even lighter. Actually, maybe the same. I haven't bothered to weigh them because I'm not sure my scales would register them that light. It's quite cute, little battery in there, oil sealed unit. The motors are very well protected. Bright colours, you've got choice of, oh, what is it, orange and pink and blue and green and red, you know, quite chirpy little things. But for £12, guys, I mean, you could get like 4 or 5 of them and just whiz them along. What do you get in the only other thing apart from that and the controller that you get in the box is one of these sort of ubiquitous USB style chargers now. It's got a strange connector there. There, the little two pin thing that goes in the back where that little marker is there. Takes about 20-25 minutes to charge up. You get about 5 minutes flight out of it for 20 minutes. I mean, you could buy 4 of them, couldn't you, and just keep going indefinitely. Under 50 quid, you could get like perpetual flying entertainment. I'll tell you what, if you did that for a few hours non-stop, your skills would be honed quite nicely. The user manual that it comes with is, well, it's as usual with these things. It's, you know, it's not written in the most amazing English. There are some inconsistencies in labelling. You know, sometimes they call it flip, sometimes they call it somersault. And this one does do flips, by the way. It also calls the sticks throttle, so you've got left throttle and right throttle, which is a bit kind of confusing. Aerial tumbling skills. But yeah. So you have the usual suspects in here. You have some trims on this one, just for the right stick control, so pitch and roll. How trimmed, throttle, and you're on your own. Little on off switch. That's it. They do depress for different reasons. If you press this one, let's see if I can do it without it being linked. Beep 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 beep. That's your sensitivity control. 1 is kind of beginner. It's very sloppy and mushy and you know, not too zippy. Obviously 2 beeps is intermediate. 3 is like grease lightning. It's like it's ridiculously zippy and great fun, but work up to that one. The other one is acrobatic mode. If you press this and then chuck it in a direction, beep, the aircraft will automatically, yes I know, shut up, will automatically do a flip, and it does front flips, back flips and both sides, just automatically. I'm going to try and film live without doing a cut it doing this in a minute. Now this might all go horribly wrong, in which case there will be a cut. I'll do it later when I get a better place to do it in. But the thing that amazed me is out the box, the stability and the way the thing flew. It just blew me away, actually. Just very clever. Very clever. A couple of things I'll show you that were a bit, I don't know, the manual wasn't great about them. Contrary to usual RC practice, on this one it does suggest you switch the aircraft on first. Let's do that. Let's just zoom in a bit. So, and then it says obviously what you should do is give the old controls a switch on. Then you get one set of lights blinking, which means it's receiving, but it needs to be linked. And to do that, you just make sure the throttle's all the way down, you go all the way up, you get a beep, you go all the way down, you get no beeps, and then you're ready to go. That's linked. So, should we do a little live demo? This is just asking for trouble, isn't it? The dog's already heard the noise and it's disappeared, which I don't blame it. Let me just look how professional this is. So there we go. Yes, there was a jump cut because it did all go horribly wrong, because I just cannot film and fly at the same time. I should have learned that from last time, shouldn't I? So I set it up again and just let the camera run and hoped it drifted into shot for most of that. But you can see the flips, and it just flies really nicely. It's you know, good hard sort of ABS type plastic. As I said, the motors are really well protected. The props seem to be the standard size. as WL. So if you got one of these, you get a spare prop pack in both, so you're kind of covered. They look identical to me. So yeah, if you've got another micro quad, the chances are a Nano, chances are you've got the same prop that you can run as spares. Just great fun and a crazy price. I mean, just the mind boggles really. So that's £12.5. It's under $20 delivered. Excuse me, anywhere in the world. So yes, there's the Cheerson. What is it again? I've forgotten. The Cheerson CX-10. Does flips in all directions, as you saw a few of them there. Little LED lights. It's just a really great fun quad. If you want to follow a link to T-Mart, which is where I got this one, it's down there in the description. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that. Thanks you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time back here on the kitchen table. Cheers.